There's a lot of uncertainty in the world right now. Feelings of stress and anxiety are completely acceptable during the challenges we're all facing. However, being an online store owner should be a positive, not a negative in your life right now, as long as you know how to navigate these new circumstances. Hey, it's Nani from Printful. With the COVID-19 crisis hitting large and small businesses alike, many online store owners are struggling to decide whether to keep their stores running. Safety, out-of-stock items, and shipping delays are all valid concerns, but you should also take note that online sales are growing at an incredible rate right now. Depending on what you're selling and how well you're able to adapt to the challenges at hand, you might be better off now than you were at the beginning of 2020. In this video, we're going to talk about what you can do for your business right now, how to talk to your customers about delays and manage their expectations, how to adapt, and how to look ahead.
Hey, it's Davis. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Printful. Well, at Printful right now, we're seeing orders on volume that we haven't seen since Black Friday and Cyber Monday. The whole industry is impacted. There have been delays at the entire supply chain. Because of the situation right now with the pandemic, we can't scale up as quickly as we wanted to. And for peak seasons like this, we usually prepare for months or weeks in advance, and we just didn't have that time this time around. So right now we're seeing order delays, maybe double the usual fulfillment time. There are more delays in US than in Europe, and we're continuously looking and updating that information in our COVID-19 FAQ page. Obviously, at this time, employee safety is our priority. Anybody from our team that can work from home are working from home now and continue to do so until it's safe to gradually return to the offices. But obviously, most of our work is in our fulfillment centers. In our fulfillment centers, we have increased the frequency of disinfection. We're using protective equipment. We are staggering employee shifts. We are observing social distancing, so not as many people now work at the facilities at the same time that they used to. We are seeing a massive backlog of orders we have to fulfill. So in order to do so, we are partnering with backup facilities that can produce items like DTG for us, facilities in the US, Australia, and Europe. We're also investing in our own fulfillment. We are buying new equipment in the US, Mexico, Spain, and Latvia. And on top of that, we are carefully resuming hiring in places where it's possible to do so and safe to do so.
We suggest proactively communicating with your customers and regularly checking updates from your suppliers. And if you have the time and resources, we recommend using this time to make improvements to your store. Assure your customers that you're still accepting orders. If you're using Printful, while we are a white label service, it's a good idea to let your customers know that you work with a print-on-demand dropshipper and that you're communicating with them about any updates. You can follow our COVID-19 page for all our latest updates for up-to-date news on Printful production, products, and shipping. We'll continue to share information there, so check back often. It might take some work to adjust to the new circumstances, but with the right messaging, products, and providers, your store can keep running and continue bringing in revenue. And with that, let's get into what you can do to adapt your store to what's going on. During these times, even Amazon has expressed it's experiencing delays of up to 1 month, yet business is still on track. Customers know it's worth the wait. You can reassure your customers that their orders are on the way by being transparent and proactive. Let customers know about updates and fulfillment and shipping delays as soon as you can, and make sure they understand it'll take longer than usual to get their orders under the given circumstances. Make it clear to your customers that both fulfillment and shipping are currently expected to take longer. To avoid miscommunication, double-check that you're providing estimates in the same terms as your product provider does. For example, Printful states fulfillment and shipping in business days. Your customers spend a lot of time interacting with your products in your storefront, so it's the first place you need to update with the essential info. Update information on your store's shipping page, add new FAQs, and create a pop-up banner if you can. Make sure there's no chance your customers will miss the updates. If you run your store on a marketplace, be sure to update the estimated fulfillment and/or delivery times to reflect the expected delays. The same thing goes for product pages on an e-commerce platform. Order confirmation, shipping information, customer support, promotional campaigns. If you're sending at least one of these email types to your customers, it's a good idea to update the information in them right now. If your email builder allows it, you can add a header to all your outgoing emails with the most important information. If a header isn't an option, include the information directly in the copy of your email. Whether it's through a pinned post on Facebook or stories highlights on Instagram, let your social media followers know that your store info is up to date. Publish regular updates as needed and as the news changes. Communicate transparently and with empathy. These times are challenging for everyone, and your customers will likely be understanding. Let your customers know to expect production delays, longer shipping times, and that it might take longer to answer your question. You can find a template you can add to your store about production delays in the description below. You don't have to mention COVID-19 in every single marketing material, but be sensitive to what people are experiencing and do acknowledge that things are moving slower than usual. Now might not be the time to make jokes about getting sick or promote an all-over skirt as the perfect date night outfit. Instead, think of ways your products can be used at home. Talk about the importance of making date night feel special even when you're stuck at home. For example, by dressing up in that new all-over skirt you're offering at a discounted price. Your previous promotional copy was written in a different world, but depending on the product and your audience, you can always find an angle that works for a post-COVID-19 world. Reach out to your customers to find out what they're missing right now and see how your products might help them solve their problems. For example, this is definitely the opportunity to talk about the benefits of a home gym in contrast to the closed public gyms. Create some home workout outfits and add your favorite workout routine to the product description, campaign emails, or social media posts. That leads us to my next point. Just like you might rotate your products based on seasons and holidays, adjust your product offerings to tie in with the current events. With people avoiding crowds and beaches, rash guards might not be a best-selling product. Instead, put your efforts into the products people are buying now. It makes sense to expand or highlight your home living category while everyone is spending time at home. Some e-commerce companies report that they're experiencing a huge surge in baby products, beauty and personal care, sports and fitness, as well as toys and games, while jewelry doesn't seem to be doing that well. Amazon's front page also highlights the product categories that can be enjoyed while staying at home, like decor, digital and audiobooks, and board games. If your main focus is apparel, follow the news on shopping trends emerging all around the world. For example, retail chains such as Walmart report that their sales for tops are increasing, while sales for bottoms aren't. British retailer ASOS is always quick to react to fashion trends. Early on in March, their main page already displayed loungewear and smart top collections for people who care about their at-home outfits. Get inspiration for your catalog by researching activities people do when they're at home. It could be anything from reading to baking and working out. Now is also the moment to take a critical look at where you're investing your money. Even if the crisis hasn't affected your finances at the moment, think in the long term. Save where you can to make sure you get through any potential difficulties with less hassle. Do an audit of your website and stop spending on whatever you don't need right now. For example, if you're paying for your design software, this might be a time to explore free graphic design tools. We have a video on that topic that you can check out. Find a link to it in the description below. You can also run an audit on your marketing campaigns. Got a low-performing Facebook ad? Stop running it. While you might not want to drop all of your marketing activities, you definitely want to focus on the platforms that work. The changes you make now don't have to be permanent. Think of them as precautions you can reverse after the situation stabilizes. But while there's so much uncertainty, it's better to think twice before spending your budget. If you're interested in more tips on managing finances during the pandemic, check out our webinar about things to do during social distancing. Link in the description below. Hopefully soon, COVID-19 will be contained and we'll slowly start getting back to normal. Where do you want your store to be when the time comes? If you have the time and resources, start thinking ahead now. More people are shopping online as they can't go to brick and mortar stores right now, and a lot of experts are predicting that it'll stick. We at Printful are seeing a huge surge in orders lately, which shows that e-commerce retailers are doing well, all things considered. Learn new skills that might be useful for your store in the future. Check out our video lessons and blog for inspiration and ideas. For example, you can learn the basics of SEO or learn a little something about sales psychology. Explore new design tools that are available for free. For example, see what you can make with Printful's mockup generator. Our team is constantly updating it with new tools to make designing easier. Create new text-based t-shirt designs or try out an all-over print product with a pattern on it. create new product collections, and spice up your social media game. We have a video on Instagram hashtags that you can check out to learn more about that. But most importantly, stay safe, follow your regional public health guidelines, and do your part to flatten the curve. While there are some things that are out of your control, try to focus on what you can control and keep yourself busy with things that bring you joy. How are you doing right now? Do you have any tips for other store owners during this challenging time? Let us know in the comments below. Hey, I hope you found this video useful. Be sure to check out our COVID-19 page for all the latest updates and subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss out on our latest videos.